Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to make a quick comparison video between the brand new Ruger LCP Max and the OG, pretty much the original, pocket pistol that it's pretty much everybody's first pocket pistol when everything started to kind of make sense to have something this size and with this capacity. This is the original Ruger LCP. This is the first version. This is not the LCP2. This is the original one. I have had this gun for about, I would say, 8 years or something like that. So I just wanted to make a quick comparison to show you the differences. If any of you guys are interested on getting one of these, as you can see, both of them are 380 ACP. Oh, well, quick safety check. Empty magazine. Nothing in the chamber. Magazine mark on. Empty magazine. Nothing in the chamber. All right, let's just talk about the new kid in town, which is this one. Let's put the old one back over there. The new LCP, as a lot of you know, is the newest version, which is a 10-round capacity plus one in the chamber, so a total of 11 380 ACP rounds. So this is a great new weapon. That it's a pocket-sized pistol. It's an excellent little package. All right, comparison to the old one, it's well, I really don't have much negatives to talk about this gun other than what most people are gonna complain about is gonna be the trigger, because well, the main differences between these two guns is gonna be the trigger, the capacity, and the sights. Pretty much that's about it. Everything else, even the size of them is very similar. Let me show you a little comparison. You see how big they are. You can see the thickness. You can see the thickness of both of them, the size, and you can see, the sights right there, which is almost non-existent on the original. And the new one will come with these really nice night sights that are really gonna be extremely helpful. All right. So, as I say, the sights will be one differences because on the original one, there's almost no existence. So pretty much you will have to do a lot of practice with these. So you would pick it up and just, you know exactly where to go. The way that I trained myself was, see how you do with your finger, pretty much the way that your finger is pointing, that is gonna be your target. And as soon as you're ready to fire, just hold that and pull the trigger. That's the way I would do it. With the new one, you don't really have to do that because now you have really good sights to have a better picture or your target and to see to pretty much aim at where you're shooting. All right. Also, well, obviously the capacity, the original one, I don't know if you guys can see that, is gonna hold 6 rounds plus one in the chamber, obviously, so a total of seven rounds capacity. The new one is going to be a whole lot better. It's going to hold 10 plus 1 in the pipe. On the hand, the grip will be a pretty big difference. As you can see, the original one, I left the extended, the little, base plate extender or whatever you want to call it, because that's the only way that I can get a half decent grip on this gun. Because my hands are between somewhere like a medium to large size, so when I hold it, I can only put 2 fingers in, even with the extension, only 2 fingers. So the pinky is just hanging over there. But since it's only a 380, not much recoil, so this is way more than enough to control this weapon. Versus the new version, it doesn't have the extension. It does come with the extension that will give me a little more of a grip, but since I'm so used to just holding it with 2 fingers, this is pretty much perfect for me. And just the grip being a little thicker and all the texture right here, it gives you much better, so much more control, a much better grip of the weapon. Another main differences on these guns is going to be the trigger. Let me start with the original, with the OG. The original comes with a really simple, stupid friendly kind of trigger because it's a double action only trigger. Once you start pulling, as you can see on the back, the hammer is going to go all the way back, and you keep on pulling until it goes off. And that's what it's going to do that every single round, every single time. You have to go all the way back. So as I say, stupid friendly is because if you get into a situation where you're under a lot of stress, and and you're like, I don't know if I want to shoot, I don't know if I want to shoot. You really have to mean it. You have to be completely committed to pull that trigger all the way back, which in a way is a good thing because it's like an extra safety measure, but also it's a bad thing because the trigger pull is so damn long and so hard to do that now you just losing control of the weapon. Your accuracy is gonna go down. Right? Compared to the new one is gonna have, well, number one, it's gonna have that tiny little trigger safety. So as soon as you pull it, you go like that. There's nothing going on with that. There's pretty much nothing. But once you get to this point, because this weapon becomes a single action only, a strike fire weapon. Well, I don't know if I would say it's a strike fire. As you can see on the back, it's a little bit of the same idea of the original one, but the hammer is already on the back. I don't know how good you can see that. Let me get a little closer. Right there. You see the hammer is already back. So when you pull the trigger, it just go forward and it strike the round, and the gun goes off. So the trigger will be so much better, so much more smooth compared to the original one. So that will be a big selling point. For a lot of people, it is. For me, well, who am I kidding? Yes, it is a big selling point because even though I really appreciate the extra safety measure or the double action only or the original one, accuracy is definitely going to be compromised because of that factor. You just need to practice a lot. That doesn't mean it's going to be a horrible gun. That only means that you have to practice more. All right. By comparison, but with the new one, you still have to practice, obviously, but it's so much easier to control. Exterior features is pretty much the same. No exterior safety other than, as I said, that little safety right there on the trigger, but no safety over here. Magazine release, they're pretty much on the same position. Do the same thing. They both come on really freely, and I mean it's pretty good. On the slide on the new one is definitely going to be more aggressive, so that's definitely going to help you have a much better grip. Either you're doing for the front, for the back, or whatever, so you can cock it. With the original one, you have much less of that over here, so it's just not as grabby as the new one. That's about it. But other than that, it's pretty good. One complaint that I have about the new one versus the old one, and I would say this is, in my opinion, this is a big point. For example, when you need to field strip, the original one, all you have to do, this is the only round that's going to come to the table. All right, you can just use one of these rounds. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, baby. All right, anyway. But I don't know why it's not working right now, but you can just use the back of a round right there, and you can pop the little safety pin right there. Not the safety pin, but the one that's gonna hold the whole thing. And now the thing is gonna slide. To put it back on, all you have to do is just push it back in. With the new one, you have a little less space over there, so it doesn't matter how much you try to put that in there. It's not gonna come off. Which it's a little inconvenient because at that point you have to get yourself, an actual tool and go get like a really small flathead screwdriver or something like that, like that, and then you can upside down. You have to prime it in there, and you have to push on it. Oh, sorry. Oh, what am I doing, dude? Sorry about that. Push it like that, and then it's gonna come off, and then you can, field strip the whole thing. But that will be the only complaint that I have, or the new one versus the old one. And I would say the old one is a little better on that regards. Oh, why you not wanna go in? You're gonna make me look bad, man. Come on. Make me look like I don't know what I'm doing. Which, well, I don't, but come on. I'm sorry, a little technical difficulties. There you go. It go back in. But that would be the only complaint that I have, that it would take a little tiny little extra effort when it comes to field stripping these guns. On the other side, you can see it's pretty much the same. The you know, the extractor is going to be a little bit longer on the newer one. Obviously, the sights right there. The grip is going to be slightly different because you got this group, I guess. This right here, that's going to help you see your finger right there a little bit more comfortable. This one would not have it just because the magazine would take a lot more room, so the grip is going to be so much thicker. So again, you can see the sights on the back. You can really see how much of a difference that is. I mean, the grip is a lot bigger. But I mean, you can only tell when you put it side by side. If you compare any of these weapons to any Micro 9 or anything like that, you're gonna see a huge difference. When it comes to 380 ACP is the king of pocket pistols. So whether you get this the new version, the LCP Max, or the original LCP, you are doing just fine. Just because both of them are going to be extremely reliable, both of them are going to have the really good features and a perfectly good capable round that's going to help you defend yourself and definitely would stop any threat. Obviously, I'm gonna choose the LCP Max over the original LCP because all the features are already mentioned, and the main one being the capacity, just because there's a 7-round gun and there's an 11-round gun. So I have 4 more rounds to take care of whatever threat that's coming my way. But I hope this help you guys out deciding which one you wanna choose. I would recommend you going to a gun store and picking both of them up and see which one feels better on your hands. As I said, my hands are gonna have a little bit of a different size compared to yours, but both of them are gonna be really great options. This has been really apples to apples kind of comparisons because these two guns are stock. They have absolutely no extras, no nothing, no sights, no extra triggers kits or nothing like that. They are exactly the way they came out of the box. All right, guys, I hope this helped you out. Maybe it gives you a little more information and will help you, hopefully helps you decide which one is the right one for you. Thank you, guys.